I would like to talk to you this morning about how the cross has impacted my life throughout the years. My passage of scripture is actually found in Matthew chapter 27, verses 45 through 54. Starting in verse 45, it says, "From the 6th hour to the 9th hour, darkness came over the land. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, 'Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani,' which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of those standing there heard this, they said, "He's calling Elijah." Immediately one of them ran and got a sponge, filled it with vinegar, and put it on a stick, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, "Now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him." And when he cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn into two from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks split. The tombs broke open and the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs, and after Jesus' resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." Earlier, this centurion was torturing Jesus, probably one of the ones that was flogging him, spitting on him, ridiculing him, laughing at him. But once he came in contact with the cross and truly saw Jesus for who he truly was, he saw him as the Son of God.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk to you about how the cross has impacted my life in every stage. I can remember 27 years ago, I came out to church as a teen, as a senior in high school, and I really wanted to get right with God. And just some things, some sin that I wasn't really ready to deal with. And then one night, I was lying in my bed and I was reading the Bible before I went to sleep. One of the single brothers had given me a Bible, and it hit me. If I died right now, I would go to hell.
Oh boy.
No ifs, ands, or buts. And a few weeks later, well, actually that following Friday, I just got open with the brothers and I just really got serious about my studies. And a few weeks later, I got baptized.
Amen.
Fast forward a couple years later, I'm in college, getting ready to graduate. Everything's going great, but I had to take my final exam for one particular course. It's cost control. And if anybody knows me, math, me and math are like Superman and Kryptonite. I do good in it just enough so I don't have to deal with it.
Right.
And so I'm in my cost control class, and I just struggled throughout the semester in this course. And in order for me to graduate, I had to pass this course. And it was just killing me the entire semester. So as we're taking our final, the professor gets up and he's like, "Guys, excuse me," after making an important phone call. And this was like a scene out of a movie, out of a sitcom. It seemed like a new part of the Job story where the professor walks out and everybody in the class starts cheating.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Notebooks, calculators, just everything. And sitting to my left is the guy that I was studying the Bible with. And he was like, "Damon,
Don't do.
I know you're struggling in this class. Here's the answers right here. You can pass." And for me, I couldn't do it. Because how can I cheat on this exam? I wouldn't have earned my degree. And more importantly, I would have hurt God. Here I am, I'm trying to teach this man about morality, about righteousness, and about holiness. So I couldn't do it. So needless to say, I failed my exam. I didn't graduate. I had to take the class again the following fall, passed it, graduated, and went on. And in every segment of my life as a single, all my friends are getting married, I'm standing up at their weddings, I'm the best man, I'm this, I'm that, but I'm still alone. What do I do? Do I go out in the world and go get a woman? Do I just trust that God knows my heart? It's like, you know what? I'm gonna put my faith in God because that's what the cross is about.
Right.
And even as a husband, when I lost my job and I lost my home and everything went apart, it's like all I have is the cross.
That's it.
All I have.
That's it.
That's the way they talk about that.
What I want you to see is that when the centurion looked up, he saw Jesus for who he truly was.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
We need to see Jesus as not as a buzzkill, as a killjoy, as someone who doesn't want me to have fun, and etc. We need to look up and we need to see Jesus for who he truly is,
Come on.
the Son of God.
Right, right.
Let's go to God in prayer.
Amen to that.
Dear God in heaven, we thank you so much for allowing us to wake up this morning.
Yes.
Father, we thank you so much for being so loving that you would give all that you have for people who really wouldn't appreciate that sacrifice. But God, as we take the cup and as we take the bread, Father, let us just rekindle that relationship with you and let us appreciate the sacrifice for Jesus truly being the Son of God. We thank you and we love you and we offer this prayer in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.